Hey people, Dave here. Got off playing the new Ace Combat, Air Combat, whatever you call it, demo a couple of days ago, and just sort of sling my 2 cents into it. Now, Ace Combat Assault Horizon, this new game as it's called, excuse me. The demo is split into 2 bits. Plane combat, which is basically, you've ever played an Ace Combat game, you know what to expect, and a helicopter mission, because the full game's got loads and loads of different variants of gameplay, helicopter gameplay, traditional jet gameplay. I think you're on an AC-130 Spectre gunship at several points in the game. Now the traditional part of the game is takes place in an air battle over Miami with between American and Russian Federation forces. I'd assume they're Russian Federation, and it's basically Ace Combat by numbers. If you've ever played an Ace Combat game, you'll know what to expect. Plays pretty much like every other PS1, PS2, Xbox 360 Ace Combat game ever released. Guns, missiles, except for this new kind of gameplay mechanic called dogfight mode, and it kind of turns it into like an on-rail shooter where you're constantly locked into like the enemy plane in front. You've basically got to shoot it down with missiles or guns, and it just strikes me as immensely pointless. You can take a plane down at any range. It just seems pointless, and for some reason these enemy planes in the dogfight mode take a hell of a lot of punishment before they go down. So wasn't sold on that as a gameplay mechanic. Now the helicopter mode, now this takes place in Africa, and you are part of an attack group who've been sent in to, I assume, rescue this general who's been taken hostage by a warlord. Now, the helicopter mode, it's kind of flawed, to be honest. And the biggest flaw is the viewpoint. The default viewpoint is basically the crosshair center, but the most of the left-hand part of the screen is taken up by your behind the helicopter view. And it basically makes flying and aiming your weapons borderline impossible. I mean, I constantly switch to the first-person view, and apart from the iffy viewpoint, it played surprisingly well. You've got like Hydra rockets, Hellfire missiles, a 30mm chain gun with unlimited ammunition, and it's basically you strafing, manoeuvring, whatever, finding targets to shoot. Most of the time it's enemy troops on rooftops with RPGs. Got to take out like technicals, which are basically pickup trucks. You have to fight a couple of high gunships at several points in the mission, and they can take a surprising amount of punishment. Apart from that, would I buy the full game? Possibly. Might pick it up cheap if I saw it, but I mean, that's always been my view, especially nowadays. Too many games just don't justify a full price tag. You know, £40 British, $60, wherever you are in the world. They just don't justify that sort of a price tag. So I always wait till they drop down to about 20 quid and pick them up cheap, or I try and pick them up cheap online. Anyway, that was just my 2 cents on the new Ace Combat game. I'll see you all later.